What's up, everybody? Everybody out there in the Audi world, we are here today. We are in sunny Southern California. There's not a cloud in the sky, but yet it's a breezy 50 degrees. So great conditions for a run. The turbo is going to be spooling hard. But what are we here for today? We are here to compare these two tuners. You got EPL tuned and you got Unitronic tuned. We're going to see which one is faster, which one is actually the better buy for your money on a B9 Audi S5. So there's been a lot of debate. You know, a lot of guys on the B9 forum say that EPL is king when it comes to the B9 platform. They're the first ones to crack it. They've just mastered it. They got it dialed in. Unitronic, they're big in the Audi world. Anybody with an RS3 knows Unitronic runs great tunes. You know, a lot of people say that the EPL numbers have been inflated, and a lot of other people are skeptical. You know what? Let's just end the speculation. Let's stop talking about negative DAs versus positive DAs and S5 versus S5 Sportback or an S4 or an SQ5. Let's just do actual, real-world, apples-to-apples tests, and that's what we're here to do today. We're going to run a Stage 1 tune from EPL and Unitronic, as well as a stock run from the car, so that we can get all of the data all in one place, so that we can tell which tune has the better bang for your buck. So let's get started. All right, guys, since we're here in California, we obviously don't have 93 octane at the pump, but I came to this Circle K here. It's all right, you know, COVID. So we're gonna add some 100 octane to make our 93 octane. Now, if you're gonna complain about that and cry about it, I mean, I can't say much except for, you know, kick rocks. We're in California, so
best we can do.
Alright guys, as you can see, Stage 1, 91 octane was pretty close, just like I expected. They're running really similar times. It really is a toss-up. You know, it shows Unitronic won here, but I mean, the times are so close, it really, anybody could win, depending on octane, depending on, you know, DA, driver, reaction time, whatever. It really is kind of a toss-up. So now let's check out Stage 1, 93 octane.
EPL Stage 1 at 93 octane.
Quarter mile. 30. 60. Quarter mile.
50.
that pulled hard. Oh,
60. Quarter mile.
holy sh!
Okay, you guys, so as you see, the Unitronic actually was 0.2 faster than the EPL on the Stage 1 93 octane tune with E85 added in. However, we felt like it could improve with the EPL, so we gave it some added time to cool down, ran it later in the day as it was getting hot, and here's the time that we got.
30. 60. Quarter mile.
All right, so now you've driven both tunes compared to stock, and both are much better. How did the two compare?
Well, they're both, you know, you can feel the difference, you know, in the seat. The EPL feels, I guess, just more aggressive. Like it feels like it wants to go, and the Unitronic feels refined until you slam that pedal down, and then it just goes. So they're both fast.
The times are there on the Unitronic, even though it felt more stock.
Yeah.
And let's look at these times. Make sure I'm in the video here. So in the Unitronic, I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully, just make sure I'm in here good.
Yeah, you got
Stage 1, we had 12.51 versus 12.62. So the clear winner was Unitronic by a tenth, 0.11, and then it was 0.7 of a mile an hour faster. So Unitronic Stage 1 definitely won that round. The second round was much closer. So when we put the 93 octane in, they were virtually identical. 12.45 to 12.49, both at 109. So Unitronic's the winner by 0.04 and plus 0.32. So this is probably the truest test of where these tunes are at, like virtually identical. And then once we put in some ethanol, both of them got faster on the same tune. So ethanol is a wonder drug. So Stage 1 plus 93 octane with 1 gallon of E85, 12.21 to 12.42. So Unitronic blew this out of the water, but we're gonna throw that run out because we were able to get faster. But this EPL, we had to let it sit for a few hours before we could hit this time. But I think the first time might have been a little hot, so we wanted to give it the best possible time. And in the end, this is the first one that EPL would win in the trap speed by 0.23. So not a whole lot. So, from a number standpoint, I really think that these two tunes, this probably reflects the reality as that Stage 1 Plus does. They're both going to be pretty close. I think we got to go test this at the track, honestly, because I think that these aren't significant margins to say Unitronic is better, but I think we could definitely say Unitronic isn't worse.
Right.
I think, and Stage 1, it definitely was a tenth better. So right now, I think we should go to the track and do 3 runs on each on a 93 octane and just see what are we really doing at the track. But so which one would you go and buy, I guess you'd say? Because let's just say these are pretty close. Which costs more? What was
for me,
options?
I like things about the EPL, like being able to change the tune right there just from like your steering wheel, using the gas and the brake while the car is just on with the accessory mode. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, but is that like a $300 difference cool? And to me, I don't really think so, because I'm the type of guy who I'm just gonna put it on Stage 1 Plus, just Stage 1 because I don't have 93 octane here, and just drive around. And then when I go to the track, I'm gonna put it on Stage 1 Plus and throw in some 100 octane to bring my octane levels up, and I'll be fine.
And we haven't tested the E40 tune on EPL yet, which could be faster than the Unitronic, which we'd assume should be. So if you're gonna track the car and you wanna blend fuels, and you want to change maps on the fly, it might be worth the extra money for the EPL. Right. You might be potentially faster at the track. If you're just going to put a tune on and drive it around daily, it looks like Unitronic is the way to go. But that's up to you guys. But it definitely doesn't. There's no disadvantage in daily driving to the Unitronic.
Right. And the whole point of this competition here or comparison here was just because so many people felt like, you know, EPL was just so much higher and better. And, you know, maybe it still is with that E40 tune, because a lot of those guys that are, you know, calling EPL King are running that E40 tune. And they have a bunch of mods, which we're going to also get into, since I ordered basically every mod for this car. So we'll also rerun this competition with all the mods.
Yeah.
But to me, when I just saw that, you know, the only way you're going to be able to get half a second faster to a full second faster is with an EPL, we're just not seeing that yet. Maybe that's going to change with the E40 tune. And I ordered a ethanol tester.
Analyzer,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so that we can try that.
I think the last thing I'll say is this. I think the fallacy of why EPL seems so much faster, or people are comparing an ethanol-tuned EPL to a 93 tune Unitronic.
Right.
But here's the thing that we tested and proved that the Unitronic tune was faster with ethanol, even without an ethanol tune, 0.2 faster. So ethanol is the magic here, not necessarily the tune. Like, the ethanol just has a cooling effect that make both cars faster, and we'll see how much faster the E40 can make the EPL. If it's substantial, then yeah, it could be worth it. But keep in mind, Unitronic, although I don't think approve of ethanol, I think they allow up to 20% from what I read. But just 1 gallon of ethanol added 0.2 to a non-ethanol tune.
Right, and we already know that with just 100 octane in my tank, I've ran an 11.9 in the Unitronic. So is that going to be comparable to what the EPL can do with just an E40 blend? We'll find out. So stay tuned for that video.